We are here, it's Tech Show Day 2. We are at the Technology Leaders Club Lounge on the show floor, and now we are joined by Charles White, the Director of the Cyber Scheme.
Indeed, yes.
Nice to meet you, Charles. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
You are giving a talk later today to the good people of the Tech Show. Can you give us a quick overview of what we can expect?
Yeah, I'm going to give a talk today which I think draws upon the 25 odd years worth of experience that I've had in cyber providing consultancy at a pretty high level. My previous job I was global head of security for Altran, which is a huge multi-billion pound company. So I've had quite a lot of experience, and so I'm going to bring people's attentions to why I have endlessly seen over my career why security doesn't tend to really work very well within organisations when they try to treat it like an IT project. IT projects always have a sort of beginning, a middle and an end, and at the end the point is that's it, project team goes off somewhere else, security's fixed. And the great thing about security is that that is never going to be the case because the threat is constantly evolving. So we need to think of security as more of a transformation program. And the last time I looked, IT people are not, with respect, the best people to do transformation. And that is where I'm going to call on my experience and point out to people respectfully, all you lovely IT people, that cyber is greater than just an IT project.
It's something you'll be comforted to hear. We hear a lot at the Technology Leaders Club, our community. We have a lot of security executives on site, and they will echo this endlessly. So that leads us on to the title of your chat this evening, which was on this one, why cybersecurity isn't just an IT problem.
Yeah.
What was the driving force behind bringing that here today?
That's probably because that has been a mantra and presentation that I've given many a time. And I actually anchor that presentation in a bit of academic research, so I haven't dreamt it up. But if you go and read John Cotter, which is an esteemed Harvard professor, he published a paper on why transformation fails. And if you go and read that and apply it to cybersecurity, you go, yeah, do that, yeah, do that, yeah, it does that, yeah, we do that. And at the end of it, there are sort of what he calls 8 steps. A simple one there is create a really powerful guiding coalition. Well, 9 times out of 10, whenever I've talked to large companies and the board of directors, most of them haven't got a clue what cybersecurity is. So that's not going to be much of a guiding coalition, is it? So you look at those things and think that's why cyber is so hard to deliver across the piece in large organisations. Yeah. So that's why I picked on it.
Yeah, it's couldn't really think of a better, with DevSecOps as well coming in, security really is being shifted left. It's something that everyone needs to start understanding and respecting a bit more in a wider sense, and not just a security team problem. So,
and yet we'll be astonished to know, and yet it's not a security team problem, that if you go and look at the statistics, within a reasonable FTSE 100 company, an IT security department will be no bigger than maybe 10 or 15 people. The internal audit department will be bigger than that.
That leads us on to our final question then. So we know that it's not just a security problem.
Yeah.
But for the wider audience, how do you go about bridging that gap?
Well, it's not, so the way that we are going to bridge that gap is the cyber industry is now beginning to sort of mature, it's growing up. We now have the UK Cybersecurity Council, which is going to bring, in the first occasion, it's going to bring some order to the disciplines and the roles that exist within cybersecurity. They're going to do it as a normal chartered institute, so it's going to be associate up to chartered level, and that means that we can now begin to fit people into those different levels across different disciplines, which makes it easier for people within large corporates to understand, well, if I'm going to employ more people in cybersecurity, where do I need to employ them, and what defines what good looks like? Because there's an awful lot of accreditations that exist for the consultancies, but not very many accreditations that exist for the practitioners within large enterprise. So that's, I think, is how this is going to be bridged, the formation of that council.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Charles.
No problem.
It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and we're looking forward to your talk later today.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's great meeting you.
And you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot.